NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
And it's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike, maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Right to the air, it's Cousins. He's going to test this secondary right away. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out.
A first down throw for Cousins. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL. The Falcons send their punting unit out as they try to play the... Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. They'll drop to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Room to maneuver at the 35. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Play action now. It's Cousins. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. throw on 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu. Entering. Menu. Menu narration option is set to off.
To say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense. They know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I loved out of this quarterback. Just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And he's got it! That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy.
National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the New York Jets and the New England Patriots, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy and
It's the NFL on EA Sports, as we see a team who left LA take on a team who came back home. It's the Raiders and the Bulls. All that and more coming up next.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best?
Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Minshew.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And some room to work. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 70 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Out to his left. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Here's Minshew. That's to Bowers once again. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because
we are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on 1st down. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
this is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake, and they're going to sack him again. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And now this is going to be a safety. Oh, my goodness, in the final minute, down to... offense will head back out there. Already an excellent field position thanks to the interception. Here's Minshew. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now a first throw here in overtime. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Myers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw it. Minshew steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. A great game, partner. A spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish. And as you noted, were they going to go and try and get 3 and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're able to say goodbye.
So this one a victory for the Raiders. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL